90% of startups fail. And I started my tech startup at the brave age of 21, while I was still in university. So statistically speaking, this was a terrible idea. The odds were stacked against me. While all my friends were working on starting their stable corporate jobs, I was working on building something that no one around me had any experience with. I wasn't built for entrepreneurship by any means. I didn't have any experience building companies. I'd only done few short corporate stints. Building a company was far outside my comfort zone, with a very real high chance of failure. Not just for myself, but also for the people who took a chance with me. It felt like the weight of the world was on my shoulders. Since we started the company, we've pivoted 7 times. 7 times I had to talk to my team about restarting, about building something else from scratch, scrapping away all their hard work, all our hard work. During these times, I questioned myself. Was I the right person to be building this? Was I capable of pulling this off? Was I the right person to lead them? There have been so many tough moments like these. One time, we signed our biggest client. It was a huge moment for us. But then, just within 2 weeks, we almost lost them. One of our key employees, our first one actually, quit. She eventually came back, so it was okay, but that was a rough day. One of the toughest times was when we had to let go of 50% of our team just so we could survive long enough to find product market fit. These are all moments where walking away would have made sense, would have been understandable. But there was something inside of me that kept pulling me forward, a strange mix of determination and hope, one that I didn't quite understand at the time. But I had decided that quitting, failing, was not an option for me. I only later understood how I made that decision a reality. There have been 3 core pillars that helped me through this journey. The first one was my mindset. It wasn't that I was smarter or luckier than others. I believe I was successful because at my core, I knew that quitting was just not on the table. The 9 to 5, it wasn't an option for me. I did not want to go back to that. Walking away from my team, from the people who took a risk with me, was also not an option. So I made a decision that I would figure out how to win. Not just for myself, but for everyone else who took that risk along with me. And this is why your why matters a lot more than your plan. Because you need something to hold on to when motivation disappears. Something that keeps you going even when you don't want to. This is how you do difficult, non-traditional things that people around you might not even believe are possible, but you need to believe it. The second thing that truly matters is your perspective, the outlook you have on things. I can look at each pivot we had as a point of failure, or I can look at it as a stepping stone, as a learning towards something great. And I truly believe it's in our hands to decide. With each pivot we had, I learned something real from it. With each iteration, I got better. I figured out how to build better systems, how to scale product, how to optimize processes that slowed us down. With every iteration, I got faster, better, more resilient, more adaptive. And all of these things compounded into the product and company we have today, into my ability to lead and inspire. And this is why today I have an incredible team of 17 people that I feel so lucky to have on board. We've built a product for the real estate industry that's used by some of the top companies. We hit $1 million in revenue in under 12 months of going live with our product. So now you know, I might just have some merit to what I'm saying. And this was our 7th pivot. So sometimes you just need to stick through the hard times because progress compounds, even when you don't see it. So you can decide with every setback whether that is a point of failure or a stepping stone. The third thing that's really important is your environment, the people you surround yourself with. A Harvard study showed that if you're sitting next to someone who's a high performer, it can increase your own productivity by up to 15%. But unfortunately, the opposite's even worse. If you're next to someone who is slacking, who's negative or toxic, that can pull your performance down even faster. And it doesn't mean if you sit next to someone, you'll become like them. It just means that the people that surround you, their beliefs, their attitude, their habits affect your own reality. They affect what you think is possible. So that's why you need people who match your level of ambition, excitement, hunger for life. Sometimes all you need is just one person who irrationally believes in you, because that helps you believe in yourself just a little bit more. I've had this in my life, and that's why I know what an impact it has. It was game-changing for me. So focus on finding those people that inspire you, that back you. These were the moments that helped me. These are the key foundations that you can also use to build something extraordinary. Build a life that you love and enjoy, that's uniquely yours. And don't get me wrong, it doesn't mean life's gonna be perfect and easygoing or smooth sailing from there. It's still gonna be messy, there's gonna be more to figure out and learn, there always is. But this way, you can have something steady to hold on to. Work on your mindset, figure out your why. What is it at your core that drives you? Work on your perspective. Focus on growth. There will be so many mistakes, so many things that don't go as you planned, and that's okay as long as you focus on learning from them. Focus on your environment. Find your people, the ones that inspire you, the ones that back you unconditionally, and you would do the same for. Because over time, these things will compound. I hope during this talk, there was something that you felt like you needed to do. So make sure you go do it. Show up for yourself. Start now.